Contributor and New York Post columnist Miranda Devine joins us to break down the top 5. All right, your first pick, is it the Cuomo brothers, Miranda?
It sure is the Cuomo brothers. They're definitely on Santa's naughty list for lots of reasons, but I actually think that that is a Christmas present for the rest of us because, for one thing, it shows that the karma train does eventually come for the bad guys, and it sure as hell whacked them both pretty good. And then secondly, the Tapanzee Bridge in New York. There's a petition. 200,000 New Yorkers want it to be restored back to its original name, take the Cuomo name off it, and I think that's going to happen now. So I think Santa's given us a special little present from his naughty list.
All right, so they're going to cancel the bridge and rename it its original name. You know what? If that's what the people want, you got to give the people what they want. Jussie Smollett was awfully naughty. Does he make the list, Miranda?
Yeah, he's top of the list, really, just below the Cuomos. He's, Jussie Smollett, I think, also did a great service for us all because he, more than anyone else, more than all the other hoaxers, showed just how bankrupt and willfully gullible the media has been. His hoax was so bogus from day one. Anyone who pretended they believed it is a complete idiot. So thank you, Jussie Smollett.
It's like we're spinning straw into gold over here. We're going to play some sound of another person on your list. Roll the tape.
If critical race theory is taught in more schools, does your son-in-law make more money?
This memo has not...
If critical race theory is taught in more schools, does your son-in-law make more money? Yes or no?
This memorandum has nothing to do with critical race theory.
Will you answer if you saw it at the
kind of... I'm telling you that there's no possible...
So you're saying no. Just answer it directly. You know how to answer a question directly.
He's definitely getting coal in his stocking.
Definitely. I think Santa's very, very cross with Merrick Garland, the Attorney General. And particularly because all those mums and dads that he sicked the FBI onto because of their speaking up at school board meetings about not wanting their children being propagandized and brainwashed by crazy leftists, they're not happy with him either. So I'm sure that they've put in special requests to Santa to put Merrick Garland on the list. And he could actually redeem himself if he would just rescind that memo sicking the FBI onto parents.
And he's also overseeing any possible prosecution of Hunter Biden, which your book Laptop from Hell talks about. We'll see where that goes, right? We will definitely be waiting to see if there's any action on that. Next, we saw the Rittenhouse prosecutor. He was a bad dude. Run the tape.
I was astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence. That's basic law.
That was before the defense testified.
Don't get brazen with me.
Isn't it true when you would hang out with Dominic Black, you'd play Call of Duty and other first-person shooter video games?
Sometimes.
Isn't one of the things people do in these video games try and kill everyone else with your guns?
Yeah, the video game, it's just a video game, it's not real life.
But you decided you needed to run because of the fire on the Duramax?
Yes.
Why? What was so urgent?
It was a fire.
Bigger the Democrat ringer. Isn't that right, Miranda?
He sure is. And look, binger has now become a great verb to describe anybody who makes a complete fool of themselves in their job. And here he was trying to conduct a show trial. He was wearing a Star Wars pin. He had his hair gelled up. He failed miserably, but it wasn't for want of trying. And so for perverting justice in this case, or at least attempting to, and really bad fashion sense, that's why he gets a place on the naughty list.
Yeah, and not very good trigger discipline. He's just pointing that rifle right at the jury with his finger right there. Oh my goodness. All right,
unbelievable.
The last on the list, best for last, who's that, Miranda?
That would be one Joy Reid, who spends her entire show railing about racism and bigotry, and she is projecting. She is the worst, most hateful bigot and racist on television, and it's amazing that she's still able to keep a job while being such a hypocrite.
Here are some highlights, or as we call them, lowlights, from Miss Reid.
stoking hysteria over the coded boogeyman of critical race theory, which is not currently taught in any Virginia public school.
Just because